Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Gordon Frayne. We are back with another video. Today we're looking at SUI and what price SUI could get to by the peak of this cycle. As always, if you enjoy the content, please make sure to smash the thumbs up button below, hit subscribe, hit that bell notification icon, and you've got a completely free copy of The Rise of Bitcoin waiting for you in the description below this video. Grab it below and let's talk about SUI. So we are approaching the middle of June 2025 here, and SUI is currently sitting at about $3.17 per token. What you'll notice on this chart is that over the past week to 10 days, we've seen SUI actually lose its 200-day simple moving average, breaking below that here at the very end of May, and some of this downwards price action being driven by some of the negative sentiment around the CEDAS hack on the SUI blockchain. If you're not familiar, CEDAS is the largest decentralized exchange. They did unfortunately get hacked. However, there was a vote to restore all of the user funds, which is happening as we speak. And what happened is we saw SUI lose that 200-day simple moving average at the same time that Bitcoin pulled back from 112,000 all the way back down to 101 here over the past few days. So SUI is beginning to make a little bit of a recovery. You can see we came as low as $2.85. We've bounced back up to $3.18. And what I'd like to see would be SUI try make a move over the next week or two to try reclaim that 200-day simple moving average. Again, we don't know if that's going to happen. Bitcoin looks to be putting in a little bit of a head and shoulders here, and we may see that play out where we get a retest of the 200-day for Bitcoin. And if that was to happen, SUI could also come a little bit lower down to this $2.20 area for a retest. Again, we need to wait and see what happens on the charts here. If we zoom out to a weekly, though, not looking too bad. You could argue this is a little bit of a bull flag pattern happening here on the weekly for the price action of SUI as well. And again, if that is to play out here, we could see a breakout in the coming weeks for SUI to move back to retest these previous all-time highs above $5.30 from all the way back in January. So let's see what happens and plays out here in the short term. But what I'm more interested in looking at in today's video is the perspective for SUI over a more medium to long-term time horizon. If we have a market move to the upside, if we see Bitcoin breaking above 112 to move towards maybe 125, 150, or even $200,000 by a cycle peak, what type of price could SUI move towards in the event of that happening? I've done a whole bunch of different videos about SUI and price predictions on the channel. I will leave links at the top of the screen here for you to check those out. But one of the key metrics to think about when it comes to where SUI can get to in terms of its price action is the dominance level that SUI has compared to the rest of the market. And we can see as SUI's price has pulled back over the past couple of weeks, so too has its dominance level. We pulled back from about 0.43, losing the 200-day on the dominance chart here as well. We're currently sitting at 0.34% dominance. If you're not familiar with these dominance charts, what this means essentially is that the market cap of SUI makes up 0.34% of total crypto market cap. We've seen total crypto market cap also that's total 3. We've seen total crypto market cap move down for a retest of the 200-day. We actually bounced off of it here and we started moving higher again. We're currently sitting at 3.23%. But the general trend for SUI dominance is pretty positive if we look out over a longer time horizon. If we zoom out to a weekly chart here, we can see that we're still in a pretty nice, strong uptrend for SUI dominance going back over the course of the past year. And my target is for SUI to get somewhere close to that 1% level by the peak of the cycle for its dominance. Again, you can see how explosive we had with a move here back in 2024, where we had lows here back in July around 0.07% dominance for SUI. And over a span of just a few months, we saw a huge increase there, a 600% plus increase in SUI's dominance over a 160-day period. So SUI is not unfamiliar to explosive growth when it comes to price action or dominance. And I just want you to think about that as it continues to outperform the rest of the market here over the past couple of years. So when we think about price targets and laddering out, we can begin to plug in some numbers here and variables for a price target strategy when we want to actually take profits. And so what we're looking at here is a sheet that helps break this down. Again, if you want this sheet, guys, drop a comment below this video. I will leave a link for this in the description for those of you who want it. I've mapped this out for a number of different assets, as you can see. And what it basically tells us is that we're currently sitting at a $3.23 trillion market cap. Again, you can adjust this number depending on what total crypto market cap is sitting at the time that you're using the sheet. SUI's dominance is sitting at 0.34%, which we just looked at on the SUI dominance chart. We've got current SUI price. We need to adjust this because we're not sitting at 370. We're actually sitting at 320. So let's change this number to 3.2, and you'll see how the spreadsheet updates in real time. The projected total crypto market cap for me in a base case is something around $7 trillion. I've done plenty of videos about that. You can check them out on the channel. And like I mentioned, SUI's future market cap percentage, I think we could be getting somewhere close to that 1% level. Okay, now let's think about what happens if this actually plays out, because the next table gives us the step-by-step calculation for where SUI would get to in terms of a price if it remained at its current market cap dominance. Okay, you can see SUI's potential price at the current market share, i.e. if it stays at 0.34% dominance and we go to a $7 trillion market cap, that's going to get us all the way to a $6.93 price target for SUI, which would be a new all-time high, but not quite as high as I actually think we can get to if we move towards a 1% level. So the price increase factor, if we have the actual SUI projected market cap at the future market share, would be closer to 70 trillion, and the price increase factor being about a 6.3x, which would actually give us a $20.40 price target for SUI by the peak of the cycle if its dominance level increases from 0.34% up to 1%. Okay, the tables below here, this helps us to map that out using different total crypto market cap variables, again, depending on how aggressive or how conservative you want to be. Again, what you're looking at here in the first table is working on the assumption that we stay at the 0.34% level, but let's focus on this second table here, because this is working off of the assumption that we do truly get closer to that 1% future market cap dominance for SUI by the peak of the cycle. So what you're looking at here is the fact that essentially, if we get to a $4 trillion market cap and SUI is at a 1% dominance level, that's going to give you an $11.66 price target. If we get to a 5 trillion peak for total crypto market cap, with SUI getting to 1% dominance, that's going to give us a $14.50 target. The $20.40 target is the one that we just referenced, which is kind of around my base case of $7 trillion for total crypto market cap. And then if we get very aggressive with where those total crypto market cap prices can actually get to, i.e. 9 trillion or even as high as 12 trillion, you're looking at a $26 price for SUI, or even a $34 price per SUI token if total crypto market cap gets as high as $12 trillion and SUI obtains a 1% dominance level. Remember, this would mean market cap of SUI is making up just 1% of total crypto market cap. That's going to get you to roughly a $34 price target per SUI token by the peak of the cycle. So again, drop me a comment below this video, guys. Do you think this is a realistic target of getting to 1% dominance for SUI? We could go even higher. I mean, at the peak of the last cycle, Solana got up as high as 2.88% dominance. I don't think SUI is going to get that high, but I do think 1% is a reasonable target for a chain and a layer 1 protocol just like SUI, given the amount of protocols built out on top of it, the DeFi DEXs, the lend borrow protocols that I've shared on the channel many, many times. I urge you to check out those other videos. Understand the SUI ecosystem. Yes, there is a lot of venture capital behind the SUI network, but I do think that they've built a robust, high throughput blockchain where it's going to make it pretty easy, or at least very low friction, for lots of capital to flow into this network as we see the market and retail investors coming in later in the cycle. So that's it for today's video, guys. Again, last time I did a price target video, I shared these numbers in a bear case, base case, and bull case scenario. Yes, I use some of the metrics that we just looked at here to help inform these types of numbers, but drop a comment below this video if you want me to run a specific bear case, base case, and bull case target for SUI. Once again, I will update this. It's been a few weeks since I looked at these exact numbers. And just so you're aware, today's video is also sponsored by Bitchenix, a non-KYC global crypto derivatives exchange. If you value privacy, Bitchenix is your go-to exchange for trading crypto and derivatives. All of your favorite cryptos are available over here for purchasing spot and derivatives trading. Check out the referral link in the description below this video if you want to learn more about that. That is it for today's video, guys. Again, if you got any value at all out of the video, please just take 3 seconds, drop a thumbs up on it below, hit that like button before you run out the door. It means the world. It helps to spread the good word about the crypto space. Make sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification icon, and once again, you've got a completely free copy of my book, The Rise of Bitcoin, waiting for you in the description below this video. Grab it now, and we'll catch you in the next one.